Hi, so good to have you back. So it's been really enjoyable to just look around and see how we're going. I hope you had a good week. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope life is just good. Yeah, I know that sounds kind of weird, but many of us think that life is only good when everything is working together. In my perspective, life is good when we're growing, when we are making impact, when we're making inroads along the paths we're looking to go. So for me, life is good. A little bit challenging, but good. So karibuni sana, welcome. This is another conversation, and somehow my mind is just stuck on who am I. A couple of videos ago, I was talking about Jeremiah chapter 1, where Jeremiah was told that I called you to be a prophet, and if you became anything else, he wouldn't be as God designed him to be. But then as I listened to it again, and yes, I do listen to it again, I began wondering, who am I in different situations? How do the different things around me affect how I see myself, how I deal with life, how I interact with people? So I want to do one of the ones that really caught my mind. It is who I am when I'm cornered. You know that day when you are in a conversation with somebody or in a situation and you go head to head, right? You have a boss who's not listening to you. You have a child who's not being obedient. You have a parent who's pushing you into a corner. You have a spouse who's refusing to listen. And you get to a place where you're backed up into the corner. There's a common quote that says, when you back a cat into a corner, the cat will react. And I promise that cat will kill you, right? And that's how many of us are when we're backed into a corner, when we feel like we're losing that argument, when we feel like we're losing ground in that relationship. Who do we become? Because the truth of you comes out in these kind of scenarios. And I was thinking back to times when I have felt backed into a corner, I have felt pushed to the end of things. And how do I respond? The default response in that space is anger. The normal human response is anger. Anger because this person has pushed me into this corner. Anger because I feel like I can do nothing about the situation. Anger because of a very deep sense of helplessness. And the reality is, I cannot say I am a change maker, a peacemaker, when I'm backed into the corner and I respond nasty. Scripture talks about being as gentle as a dove and as shrewd as a serpent, which means even in that situation, there's a way out. And I remember when I was growing up, the easiest thing I do is I take people on. I wasn't one to back down. I'm a third born. I have fought for everything I had from my brother, not even my mother. So my brother believed that we should all have equal opportunities, we should all have equal access to things. But when it came to me, he made sure that I fought for stuff. So I grew up in a home where we were able to get our driver's license early. So I remember fighting for the car with my brother. Now please understand, I have an elder sister, I have a brother, and I'm the third born. So I'm not only girl, I'm not first girl, I'm not only boy, I'm third born, the other girl. And my brother was deliberate in making my life difficult. And I remember one Sunday morning, I got up to go to church, and he had come home the night before after I had slept, and then gone with the car key into his bedroom and locked the door and slept. Now my brother would sleep like a trunk, as in once he's done, he's done. And I remember being very angry that morning. I woke up and I was raving mad because I was in the worship team. I needed to get to church on time and all those things. And there's like an anger that rose in me. And you cannot go out and be gracious to people when you're angry. So I figured, what are the options? Now in our home, you didn't go to my mom's room before she woke up. If you touched her door, she'd wake up. But this day, I had no option. So I just walked into her room, and by the way I opened the door, she could tell there's a problem. I walked in, I picked the key to where the spare key was. I got the spare key and she asked me what's going on. And I said, your son has gone to bed and he's locked the key. And I was, that whole angry girl thing. And I walked out, and on the way to church, my heart was heavy because how can I go and minister with this level of anger? So I remember sitting through it most of the day and dealing with it. And by the time I came home in the evening, I was calm. But I walked up to my brother and I told him, and I don't even know if he remembers, I'll share with him this video. I told him, the next time you pull that stunt, I promise you, I will come home late. You will miss your service. And I remember I wasn't raving mad by then. I was just hurt. So this has gotten me thinking about, who am I when I'm cornered? Do I respond in anger and explode on people? Or do I look for a way to cool down first? Because scripture also tells us, in your anger do not sin. Because when you're angry, you can say things. And when you say things, you cannot take those words back. So one of the things that instance has taught me, and many others have been through, is when I'm riled up, when I'm cornered and I'm getting angry, I stand up and I walk away. If I can get out of your space, I'll get out of your space. Why? Because if I start talking at that point, you will be bruised when I'm done, and I will be broken. So this is the thing for me. Who I am when I'm cornered is the truth of my heart. So I began to deliberately build in stopgap measures, so that when I'm getting really riled up with my son, I stand up and actually leave the room. Because I do not want to say a thing to anyone that will scar them for the rest of their days. I do not want to stand before God and he asks me, when you told so and so 1, 2, 3, you thought I didn't know? And I go back to scripture a lot, and I see how God, when given space to work, has used situations like this to change the injured and the injury or the injurer. So who am I when I'm cornered? I have to become and continue to become one who will stay calm and find a way out that doesn't include words of anger and disarray. Will I speak my truth? Yes. But I will not speak it when I'm angry. Because if I speak it when I'm angry, I may destroy one or both of us. So take some time to think about how you respond when you're cornered, and please share something in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. See you soon.